Hi everyone, you are welcome back to my channel. My name is Style by Harcourt and I post content on sewing tutorial. So if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. And to my returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for always coming back to watch my video. So in today's tutorial, we are making this trendy boubou kaftan dress with build-up collar and slit in the front. So I'll start by measuring my fabric. I have this batik material with me and a sample yellow material. So I'm going to start with the length of the dress, which is 60 inches, and I will add 2 inches to the hem allowance. So I'm measuring 60 and I'm going to measure it by 2 like so. So I've measured it like so. So I'm cutting it out like so. So after cutting it out, I'm going to flip it on each other. So making 4 folds like so. So the first thing is to mark my neck width, which is 4 inches. So the neck depth for the back is going to be 1.5. So back neck depth is going to be 1.5. And I'll connect the width with the neck depth. I'll connect the two together like so. So I'll folded the two on each other, don't forget. So I'm going to cut the back out like so. So the next thing is to measure my sleeve length. So my sleeve length is going to be 21. So I'm measuring 21 out like so, because I'm still going to use the band, the yellow band, for the extension of the sleeve. So the opening of the sleeve is going to be 12 inches. Like I always say in my videos, I've made kaftan tutorials before. So my shoulder slope is going to be 2 inches. I prefer using 2 inches so that it will not be standing. So I'll connect that with the neck width. So my sleeve opening is 12 inches. I'm going to put my tape measure from the shoulder slope. So I measured 12 inches like so. So after this, I'm going to measure my shoulder to bust point, waist length and hip length. So I'll mark my waist length first. After marking it, I'm going to extend the lines to the side. So after that, I'll mark my bust point, which is 11. The waist length is 17. Then the next one is the hip length, which is 25. But I'm going to add 1 inches to it, making 26, because by the time I join it at the upper part, it's going to be exactly the 25 that I needed. So now, bust measurement divided by 4, and I'm adding 2 inches to the side. The waist measurement divided by 4, and I added to 2 inches. So from my hips measurements, I'll mark it down straight down like so. So for the armhole, I measured 1 inches inside so as to slant the sleeve like that. So it's going to be curved down like you see me doing inside the video. So the sleeve is curved down, so I'll just cuff it with the dress a little bit. So next thing now is to cut it out like so. So I'm done cutting it out. What I want to do now is to notch my pocket. So our pocket is going to be shoulder to waist length plus 1 inches the waist length. Then I'm going to measure 1 inches downward. That will be 18 inches. So I'll just notch it from the 18 inches and open it by 6 inches for the pocket opening. So that is what I'm notching at that side. So now I want to cut the shape of the front. So what I'm going to do now is my neck depth for the front is going to be 8 inches. I've marked 8 inches like so. So for the opening in the front, I'm going to measure 2 inches inward, and I'll mark it and connect it to my neck width, which is 4 inches. So I'm going to slant it like so. Make sure it's slanted and it's not very sharp. Make sure it's a little bit curvy. So I'll mark 2 inches downward like so, and remove the back piece from it. So, and I'll cut it out. So from that 8 inches, that is where the opening of the front is going to be. I'm going to notch it by the time I'm done cutting. So this is what it looks like, and make sure you don't forget to notch where the opening of the front will be. So we are done cutting the main dress. So the next thing is to cut the band for the front and the sleeve. So I'm using 2.5 for the band. By the time I finish joining it, it's going to remain 2 inches. So I've folded it like so. I'm cutting it out. So I'm going to cut 3 of this because of course 2 will not be enough. So after cutting this, I will advise you guys to always use interfacing for your band so that it will be very thick and it will stay on the dress very well. So I've cut the 3 out like so. So next thing I'm going to do now, I will take the dress to the machine, join the shoulder, join the side, and pull the pocket. So guys, I've been able to attach my band, extend the band with the sleeve. So I've joined the shoulder, the shoulder, the side, the pocket, and I've been able to iron it as well. So now our dress is almost ready. I'm left to the front. So I decided to just give it a nice stitch at the back, at the center of the back. So I just took in 1/2 inches at the back so that it will not be budging anyhow. So now I'll measure around the front of the dress from the first M line to the second M line. So I'm showing you guys where I've notched for the opening of the dress, and the second notching will be at towards the hem of the dress. That's where the slit is going to start. So I measured 20 inches from downward. I measure 20 inches. So that's my band. So like I said, you should always use interfacing for the band so that it will be very strong. And make sure you iron your band very well. So now I want to start by attaching it from the hem of the dress. So I will take it round the clothes like so. So I'm notching where I'm going to stop my sewing for the opening of the front. So now I've added to the length of the band because it was not enough. So now I've ironed it very well. So I've notched where the openings are going to be. So I will now sew the wrong side to the wrong. I will place it on each other and go ahead and sew the middle. I'll place it on each other. So I've marked where the slit is going to start from. So I'm going to sew the middle like so. So I've been able to sew it. So guys, can you see? I see it at the center of the 2 bands that I measured. So but I did not extend my sewing to the upper part. So that is where the opening of the neck is going to be. So the next thing is to notch the center of my back, and I've notched the center of the band also, the one that will stay at the middle of the band of the back. So I will place it like so. So I'm checking on I'm rechecking it so as to be sure if what I notched align with each other. So guys, you have to be very careful so that it will not be somehow. So after checking it very well, this is exactly what your dress is going to look like. After that, I placed it on the ironing table and I ironed it very well. If you have watched the video up to this extent, I want to say thank you guys. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and if you have any question, please comment down below. I'm going to respond to your question. So guys, thank you, really appreciate. See you in my next video.